Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today's video is about the 5 books I've read in March. So let me show you. So the first book I've read, which I actually started reading from December, because this book it's a seasonal book. So I start reading in December and finish in spring. So it's called Wintering, and it's by Katherine May. This is it's an autobiography, but it's just a real peaceful read. If you suffer from seasonal affective disorder or you don't like winter, please read this book. It's very comforting, especially through the winter. So like I said, it starts around December and it finishes in spring. So I just read it chapter by chapter because I like to read seasonally. But yeah, it's a lovely autobiography about winter and how she felt during winter and what she did, and it just kind of takes you through, it helps you through the winter. So I would definitely recommend this. It might also change your view on winter and how you feel about winter. It kind of just helps you move through the season. But yeah, it makes you really look forward to spring, because as you're reading, spring is around the corner, so it gets you excited, but also just helps you to embrace, the darkness and the cold, and yeah, it might make you see winter in a different light. So please read if you suffer in winter. So that was the first one. So I finished that last month. That was my first one to finish in March. So that's that. So the next book, I've kind of been going on Japanese literature excitement at the moment. So let me show you the next book, which is Japanese literature fiction, which is More Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa. I hope I pronounced that right. This is the sequel to Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. It continues on from Takako and her uncle Satoru's bookstore. I found reading these very emotional. Yeah, it's really emotional writing. I can really feel the emotions when I'm reading, when I read these 2 books. So yeah, I would like to read more by Satoshi Yagisawa. What can I say? Yeah, just very nice, emotional, a really nice read. Yeah, so I definitely recommend Days at the Morisaki Bookshop and this one, the sequel. As I've said, I'm really enjoying Japanese literature at the moment, and not just Japanese, other Asian literature also. It's just a different way of writing and feelings and emotion. I don't know, I find them like really real. So I also love the covers, especially with the cat. Cute. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Days at the Morisaki Bookshop and More Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. So that's book number 2. Also, it's not a long read. It was 160 pages, so it's a short read. So that's book number 2. Book number 3 was a very wacky book, which was The Vegetarian by Han Kang. I thought Han Kang was a man, but actually she's a female author. So this is Korean literature. This is my first Korean book to read, and my God, it didn't disappoint. First of all, look at that cover. It's so unusual, but I love it. So this is not really something I would normally read. It's quite dark. It's so strange. It's weird. But I could not put this book down. I did read the reviews beforehand, and they were so mixed. But a lot of the reviews were like, what the F? Like, what is going on? This book left me confused. But I loved it. So basically it's about Young Hai, and she decides she wants to become vegetarian. And that's where the whole thing begins, and it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. But it's brilliant. So I would definitely love to read more Han Kang. But yeah, it's really wacky, but fantastic. It's so brutal, but it's such a beautiful, the writing is so beautiful. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. It's also a reread. You would reread this. So that's book number 3. The 4th book brings us back to Japanese literature again, or literary fiction, and it is, first of all, let's just have a look at this cover. How nice is that cover? So the book is Strange Weather in Tokyo, and it's by Hiromi Kawakami. This is a really sweet, lovely read. It's basically about Tsukiko. She ends up bumping into her former high school teacher, and they form this friendship, which turns into something else. He's a lot older than her, but yeah, it's just a very sweet read. Also, again, the style of writing, I don't know what it is with Japanese literature and me, but it's very strong emotions, and I just get really strong feelings when I'm reading. I can really feel the author, like what they're trying to say, and how their writing style really just, I really like it. It's really real, and there's no fakeness about the emotions, or you can just feel it. It's just really real. So that's book number 4. Again, they're not long reads. That book Sorry, somebody's trying to ring me. Actually, I think this has an extra. Oh no, it's just the afterward. The parade. No, it's like thoughts after the story. So thoughts about, and also the afterword from the author. It's really good. Sorry, I was telling you it's not a long read. It is, yeah, like less than 200 pages. So again, it's a short read. So that's book number 4. And last but not least is, again, it's Japanese literature, also fiction, and it's The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. First of all, look at this cover. Look at this. If you like cats, look. I never really liked cats so much. I was more a dog person, but lately I've started to fall in love with cats because we have a stray cat who keeps coming to our garden, and he actually looks like this cat, and I can't not feed him and give him food and drink and water and just pets and attention. I'm starting to slowly turn into a cat person after all these years of being a dog person. So anyway, this is a lovely, lovely, lovely story. It's basically the cat is narrating the whole story. It's so interesting. A little bit sad too. It's quite sad actually. The ending is sad, but a really lovely story about the friendship between this cat and the man who takes him in as a stray. But this really, like I said, we have a stray at the moment, so when I saw this book in the bookshop, it just made me think of the cat that I'm taking care of, so I said, oh, I have to read this. I don't know if I would reread this. I think it's just a once off, so I might give this to my free little library for somebody else to enjoy it, because I'm not sure if I would reread this, but at the same time it's a beautiful read. It's really beautiful. Not too long, also 240 pages or so. But yeah, so that's my 5 books for this month. As I've said, I've started to become quite obsessive about Japanese literature, Korean, all the translated books at the moment. What I'm really interested in. They're kind of pulling me towards the section in the bookstore, the section in translation. So I'm really enjoying. I have started a book for April, which I'll probably talk about in my what books I've read in April video, but I have started to read this. It's called The Safe Keep by, I'm not going to pronounce this right, but I'll try, Yael van der Wooden. I'm so sorry if I've got that wrong. This is historical fiction. It's so fantastic at the moment. It's really mesmerizing, and I don't really want to give it away, but yeah, it's fantastic. Let me see if I can read. Okay, I'll read the inside to give you an idea. So, a house is a precious thing. It's been 15 years since the Second World War, and the rural Dutch province of Overijssel is quiet. Bomb craters have been filled, buildings reconstructed, and the conflict is well and truly over. Alone in her late mother's country home, Isabel lives her life as it should be, led by routine and discipline. But all is upended when her brother Louis delivers his graceless new girlfriend Eva at Isabel's doorstep as a guest, there to stay for the season. So basically, she forms this relationship with her brother's girlfriend. At first, she can't stand her, and then they start to form this relationship, and then she becomes obsessed with her, and then there's lots of secrets in between. It's just fabulous. Again, it's super exciting, so I would definitely recommend this. This is the author's first book, which is shocking because it's so amazing. So yeah, also I really love the colours on the cover. They're quite pastel, so it's very, very nice. Even the spine is quite, it's quite lumpy. You can feel that it's quite bubbly. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. It's fantastic. But this is it's already April, so I've already started this. I'm almost finished. Again, I couldn't put this book down. It was just too exciting. So, but again, this will be on my April reading wrap up. So I'm actually reading quite a lot at the moment. So I'm pretty impressed with myself to get the 5 books read for March, because the weather is so amazing. I'm in Ireland, so the weather is so amazing right now. So I'm spending a lot of time outdoors because I love to garden also. But so I didn't expect to get to read as much as I'm reading, but you know, in the daytime I'm at when the weather's good, I can be in the garden, and then in the evening time I can read. So yeah, I've really got my reading mojo going. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know if you've read any of those books, or just let me know in general what you guys are reading. It'd be so nice to communicate and chat online. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.